Good evening. Tonight, we turn to a delicate subject, a new mother's relationship with her own reflection.
All the verses of like we're knitted in the womb.
Yep.
He knows the very number of hairs on your head, all those little details that he knows about us. And like you have to think like he's the artist, we're the artwork. And when you say we hate something about ourselves, we're saying like God didn't do good enough. All right. Welcome back to the Mom Talk
Where babies nap.
and Mom's Yap.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Maddie.
And I think we're going to talk about the physical transformation of motherhood.
Some body image, just in general. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of read what I had right here. And it says pregnancy and childbirth bring about profound physical changes. And it's not just about weight gain. It's often stretch marks, belly shape, which they call the mommy pooch, wider hips, softer skin, and definitely changes in breast size and shape.
Yeah.
Even hair loss, skin changes, and they're all natural, incredible transformations that allow women to create and nurture life. But they can be difficult to accept in a society that often glorifies a bouncing back narrative. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I mean, if you can go from being 9 months pregnant, gaining 45 pounds of weight to back to whatever you were like 2 weeks postpartum or whatever, like kudos to you. But
And it might be different every time.
yeah,
Because with Phoebe, I mean, I lost it fairly quickly.
Yeah.
I feel like in appearance, I lost it quicker than like the scale said. But with Azariah, the scale, like the next week, I was almost pre-pregnancy weight. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. But I didn't look like it.
yeah,
So I was like, am I not eating? Like, is something wrong?
yeah.
But I think, it just totally depends on like the baby. Because I heard 2 boys kind of suck the life out of you when you have, because they're just eating.
Yeah.
And so it's just like different, and that's okay. And we don't own a scale. I don't like the idea of scales just because I feel like I had like a toxic relationship with it because of like my family with scales and was always about like both parents are just all about like weight loss. And I'm like, that's fine. I get it. They want to be healthy. But I think it had become obsessive at one point.
Yeah.
To where I felt like there's this number I needed to meet.
Right.
And so I don't want to own a scale ever.
Yeah.
Honestly, we have a food scale. That's about it.
And I think that's like a really like one of the things that damages motherhood in a way is that, I mean, it's not unrealistic because some people can do it, but it really is an unrealistic expectation. And it's thrown in our face with social media.
I feel like it's always going to be
and celebrities,
a
like
subtopic on here, social media.
Which is funny because we are doing social media.
Yeah. But we're being more like, I feel like I appreciate this is kind of something you mentioned. Like you were talking about how like the perfect kitchen, the perfect home.
Yeah.
I love when I see videos like that. And then like there's a behind the scenes moment where if someone says like, don't get it twisted. You think you see this. And then she points the camera to the rest of the house. She's like, I shoved everything behind. Like, that is exactly what I did. I'm like, you don't see the mess that I shoved in places just to make it look I think it's more because it's a distraction sometimes. And so it's not that I'm embarrassed. It's just like, I don't want it to be, people aren't really listening to what we're saying.
Yeah, they're like,
just
they could fold that basket of laundry back there.
So,
don't tell me to fold laundry.
it's like definitely not by embarrassment, but more of like, okay, this is distracting.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah.
Honestly, it does not bother me. Like if someone's house is dirty, I'm like, girl, come on.
Yeah.
That was one thing I always tell people, I'm like, I'm just letting you know my house is not spick and span. So you come over to my house, I'm like, there could be food on the floor. Like that is a possibility.
I had ground beef on the floor when you got here.
Oh, there you
when
go.
you were setting stuff up, I said, I should probably vacuum
Hey, we
this.
wanted the charcuterie. You should just picked it up and put it on a plate for us.
Phoebe's leftovers. And a little blueberry here and there.
Little fruit.
Some raisins
Little
that
protein.
got smashed on the ground. Well, anyway. Well, even before kids, like, did you struggle with body image before kids?
Oh my gosh. I didn't struggle with body. Well, okay. Probably my senior year in high school. I went to go put on a pair of pants and they were Velcro in the front. And so when I put them on, they just busted open. And I was a very athletic, I did athletics all the way from like 4th grade up, between track, basketball, sometimes softball, which was not my favorite. But so it wasn't like I was like out of shape, or it was just, it's just life. You gain a little bit of weight and you lose. And at that time I didn't know, because my mom never really explained like the phases of your cycle.
Yeah.
And like bloating and stuff
I'm
like that.
I'm still like learning all of that.
It's crazy. Like even with like lifting weights and stuff, I didn't realize how big of a part it played in that. But yeah, so I think that was when I started probably having my body image issues, was like when I tried to put on a pair of pants and then they just kind of busted open. And then it was like, in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm overweight.
Yeah.
I don't want to say fat. I don't like the word fat, because I think that's like, some people, they just carry extra weight. And I don't want you guys to think when I'm like saying this, like I'm saying, oh, you're fat because you're like whatever. But I'm being honest and real about what I call it, body dysmorphia. I think that's what it's actually called. When I looked in the mirror, I saw someone that was like 200 pounds. So it was like trying to shrink that. But in reality, I wasn't.
Yeah.
So
I definitely struggled with that, like high school through college. And in high school, I thought I was smaller than I was. And I look back now at pictures, I'm like, why did I think those jeans fit me? And I would always wear, because at the time, skinny jeans were what was popular. And so I'd buy the jeggings from American Eagle, because they're like in between jeans and leggings. And so I thought, oh, I'm a size 4. That's what my sisters wear. I must be too. And like, they'd be so tight. I look back, I'm like, why did I like that? So uncomfortable.
And you tortured yourself because it was like, that's what I.
And like, I look too, I'm like, they don't even look good on me because they're so small. And so I really struggled with that. And I think what didn't help is I had 2 older sisters who were really pretty, always had boyfriends. And whenever they talked about their weight and how they thought they were overweight, or I'm so fat, blah, 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 I was like, well, if you think you are and I'm bigger than you, then what am I?
Yeah,
like,
what do you see in me? Yeah.
And so I remember telling my older sister that one time, I'm like, stop saying these things. She's like, well, I just don't feel good about myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, but you realize I'm bigger than you. And I'm younger than you. So when you say these things about yourself, that's like an indirect way of you telling me I'm even fatter. And like, obviously as a teenager, we use those kinds of words because we think that's just what it is. Like everything's life or death when we're teenagers.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm like, when you say these things, I'm like, I never struggle with this stuff, but until you start talking about yourself. And then I'm like, if you think you're ugly and fat, like, I already know I'm not as pretty as you. Like, we all had different dads, moms, whatever. Yeah. And so I was like, sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I was as pretty as my older sister. And I think that's just a normal thing with like siblings. But I was like, and then when you say this and you're already wearing smaller clothes than I am, I'm like, oh my gosh, what does that say about me? And so then that kind of reversed. Once I got to college, I started to lose a lot of the weight. And just because I started eating better and realized what things kind of made me blow and just my eating habits, changed it up. I lost a ton of weight in college. And I wasn't even overweight. Like, I mean, I could have been smaller, but like,
I mean, I've seen photos of you in high school and stuff, and you were definitely like,
I was like normal. But then I like lost, it's just one of those things you don't realize. Like, I was just like, I think it was just that water weight in my face and stuff. And so,
well, it's like, I call it the kid weight, because it's like, as a, like, even a young teen, you just have this, like, you just carry things differently because your body's like holding on to stuff for your growth. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it just goes.
And so college came around and I lost a ton of weight. And then I thought, in reverse, I'm like, I keep thinking I was bigger than I was. So I went from thinking I was smaller than I really was, wearing everything too small for me. Then I got to college, started wearing things that were way too big for me all the time. And like not flattering still. And I'm like, why did I buy an extra large in this t-shirt? And I still, like, it's still a struggle for me to just like spit. Realizing like I can wear a size small t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, there's no way a small would fit me. I'll get the medium. I'll get the large. And I just like, assume that's the best size for me. and then it's not. And so it's still like a struggle of like believing my real size. And obviously it's still not a 4. I'm a 6.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And then when I'm pregnant, it's different. When I'm pre-pregnant, like right before pregnant, not right before, but like early pregnancy versus like early postpartum, like just coming to terms with like, it's going to fluctuate and that's okay. And you don't need to like, oh, I need to be a 6 again. I need to be a 4 again. And just like after my first pregnancy, I was like, screw this. I'm getting rid of all of my pants because it would make me cry.
Yeah.
I got literally pulled all of my pants down, took them out of Plato's closet. They took everything. And I bought 5 new pairs of jeans that actually fit me. And then I realized they were the most flattering because they actually fit me.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I keep trying to like put on the wrong things?
That's because we're told that we're supposed to be a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it really like makes people ignore like the reality of childbirth and postpartum recovery. And I think it can cause eating disorders and it can cause like mental health issues because you're just constantly, your whole focus instead of after birth, and you should be being joyful and relishing in this like new life you brought in. You're focused on like, well, I can't fit in my size 6 jeans. I can't wear my extra small shirt or my small shirt. I have to wear something bigger.
Can't wear the underwear that I used to wear.
That's a real thing. Yeah.
It took me like 4 months to wear like non-giant like granny panties.
Girl, I'll tell you right now, those granny panties, I love those.
I found a pack because when I was first postpartum with Phoebe, the ones I bought just were super slippery, so I hated wearing them. And then I got a different brand this time, and they're the most comfortable underwear I've ever had, and I love them, and I'll still wear them. Like you
get those 100%. I love those 100% cotton, and I call them granny panties, but they're the full coverage.
Yeah, they're full
coverage chonies. That's what we'll call them. Yeah, we won't call them granny panties, but full coverage. And I absolutely love them. It's like my favorite.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, body image.
Yeah. So obviously with having kids, there's that aspect too. What specifically, besides just like not fitting into your clothes, did you struggle with, or do you still struggle now? Like it's been 8 years, 9 years, 10 years?
10 years.
Since your last kid?
Yeah. I guess 9 if you want to count the 9 months. Like
the postpartum era.
Well, just carrying.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it's been almost 10 years since I've had my last baby. But I think when I first got pregnant, I was 19. And people always told me, oh, do like the cocoa butter on your stomach and the stretch marks. And like my body, it didn't matter. I just got stretch marks.
Yeah.
And my stomach, after I came back from postpartum, like I think Gavin was like a year or 2 old, but my body just wasn't the same. Like my belly was jiggly. My boobs were massive. Like they didn't get the memo that we weren't feeding a village. Yeah. I only had 1.
Or did you overproduce?
Yeah, they were the size of watermelons. It was insane. Like my boobs were bigger than my baby. I had to hold my boob and hold my baby. And I hated it because I saw all these moms are walking around the mall and they're like, they got the cover on and they're just walking and feeding their baby. And I'm like,
that's a lot of effort.
I'm like, I have to go sit down.
Yeah.
So I don't suffocate my child. Yeah. And it's like, yeah. So that was something that played a role. And then I think having so many, and then my body just never went back to what it was when I was, before I got married. So like I have stretch marks everywhere. They're on my calves. They're on my thighs. My belly is jiggly. I have what the mom pooch is what they call it. So it's like, it kind of looks like an apron thing. I mean, you've been on a paddleboard with me. Like it just, I have stretch marks everywhere. And I think that played a huge part in like after Eva was born, I would eat and then make myself throw up because I figured I needed to be a certain weight. So my husband would love me. So it was hard.
Yeah.
In that respect. And I got down to like 90 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So it
Like,
wasn't
unhealthy.
It was very, very unhealthy. And then I was surprised, honestly, that we got pregnant with Gideon. But then after Gideon, I was like, oh, okay, there is a healthy way
Yeah.
to do this. And it's like, so I exercised more and I focused on eating not like better foods, but just eating less.
Yeah.
And then where I am today is I still have body dysmorphia. So I see myself as huge. And so you'll see me wear the large shirts and the really baggy pants and stuff like that because I feel like that is what I see.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. So it's like still something to work through.
Oh, it's an everyday struggle.
Yeah.
I do have a friend, and I'm just going to do a shout out to Shani. She keeps me grounded because I'll text her and I'll be like, I'm struggling hardcore with this today. And she just gives me affirmations and stuff like that and brings me back, I guess, to reality. Yeah. And I've had a breast reduction, so that helps a little bit, but I still see these like huge tatas. So then I'm trying to cover that up, or you'll see me kind of go like this.
Yeah.
Because I'm like trying to bring.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're still large, but they're not as large as they were. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you'll see me do things to kind of hide stuff. But when in reality, like, there's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I'm not.
So I'm assuming there's good days and then there's bad days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've had that experience.
You can tell my good days because I'm wearing something more fitted.
Yeah.
Or I'm wearing the shorts or something like that. And then you can tell my bad day. Yeah, because I'm wearing super baggy pants and I'll wear like a super baggy t-shirt. Most of the time it's not to be comfortable. It's because in my brain I'm seeing something different than what.
You're like, this is what fits me.
Yeah.
This is what my body
This is where I'm at. Yeah.
I get that. For sure.
Yeah. And even working out, like I can get overly focused on it to where I'm doing like 2 to 3 hours a day because I feel like I'm having to punish myself for wanting to be alive. So that balance has been, it's probably this past, well, after we got pregnant with the baby after Gideon, I think after that, I gained a lot of weight. And then I had to like reset myself. And I think now that the workouts that I'm doing now is more realistic. So I try not to go over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So if I'm under that, amazing. But if I notice I'm starting to be like, oh, I need to do this, this, and this, like, no, I've done enough for the day.
Yeah.
So then I cut myself off.
Yeah.
If not, I could do it, 3+ hours a day.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
What about you?
There's some days where I feel just like, ugh. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't say I struggle so much with the body dysmorphia anymore. I think where I do struggle sometimes is like there's definitely the desire that I'm like, okay, I know I need to be living a little bit healthier, and I'll see social media again.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I like to, it's not even that I'm doing the comparison. I'm just like, I'll get in these modes of learning a little bit more about what I should be doing to be a little bit like taking care of my body as a whole, not just like exercise, eat healthy, like the different things about like electrolytes and making sure you're getting all the different nutrients you're getting in a day. And so like, I'll just like study and all these things. And then I'm like, okay, now I have to do it. And it's hard
exhausting.
and like kind of expensive to like get all the things. And so I'm just trying to like start one step at a time and not like my hand's in the way, not like overdo it for myself. But I also like trying to keep a divide of like being mentally healthy about it, because I don't want to ever get in the mindset where it's not healthy and like starts to turn into something it shouldn't be, of, oh, I need to eat this so I don't look like this, or do this so I don't look like that. And So it's just like, that's like a mental game for me. And I don't know if it's just because I've seen some things growing up where I'm like, oh, I hope that never happens to me or anyone in my family, like eating disorders and stuff. And just really separating the two of like being healthy versus looking at the scale. And
Yeah.
like I said earlier about this, the not
Aesthetics
owning
over
the scale.
functionality.
Yeah. And so it's hard because like my younger sister does struggle with some of these things, and she'll message me about this, that, the other, like, oh, I've been doing this, but I've gained this much weight. And like reminding her, I'm like, muscle weighs a lot too. I'm like, so
Yeah.
you're probably gaining muscle. So don't think that.
You sound like Shani.
And I'm just like, these are important things to remember. And so I think I'm like educating myself in the ways I need to be educated, but like not doing all the things.
Yeah.
So I guess I feel like more of a resource for other people when they're mentally low. And then like I'm dishing out the information, but not actually practicing it myself. Because that's the problem too. Since having kids, I have I have the desire, the mental desire to be working out and like get up in the morning. Like you inspire me because like you get up and do your Peloton and do those things and you post about it. I'm like, oh, that's so encouraging. But I like don't have the physical desire to get up and do it. And like we have a weight rack in there. We have a
Which
treadmill.
I think is amazing.
Huh?
The weight rack.
Yeah.
A little jelly on that.
I'm like, we found that for $50 on Facebook Marketplace.
If you ever come across another one, say, Ashley.
My favorite is when people say, we bought this, fully intended to use it, didn't do it.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's the best.
It's the best part.
It
So they're like
sucks
hardly
that you're
used.
not using it, but thank you.
Yeah, like, and then like, oh, it's not used?
Yeah,
Great. It's
yeah.
clean? Great. And so, yeah, we have the like things. And we have the space and I have the ideas of what I want to do, but I don't do it. And so it's hard because I feel like I should be doing all the things. And my husband's super into fitness now. Like he's like understanding the importance, because a lot of people always said, you're young now, like it's going to catch up to you later. And it started to catch up to him a little bit. And so now he's super big into working out. I got him a cold plunge and eating right and stuff like that. But now it's like, it's his personality now, where sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do any of the things now because it's all we talk about. So it's just like finding a balance. I think there's still some days like I'll wake up and I feel like my mom pooch is huge. And then there's days I'll wake up, I'm like, oh, okay, I feel kind of big. My pants are a little too big today. And like, it just fluctuates. And it's all about also like the hormones and postpartumness.
Yeah.
And I think for me now, it's the hair loss. I finally got out of losing my hair and I was doing all these little hair masks and treatments.
Yeah.
And then right when I like finally was like, oh, my hair is getting long again, I noticed it's been falling out really bad lately. I have pretty thick hair, so I'm grateful for it. Like, it could be worse. Yeah. But it's crazy when I go to shower and like clumps of hair come out.
For sure.
It's just the grow out is hard because then it just like sticks straight out. And
and that doesn't help that some men will say, like they'll bring up biblically, like the woman's hair is da 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 da, and I'm all like, but mine was falling out so much. Like I wanted to cut it because it was just scraggly. Yeah. And I'm like,
I used to, that actually plays a role into my self-image before. I used to think when I looked back that having so much hair made my head look smaller in comparison to my body. And I thought I was too big. That's when I started to think, oh, I'm bigger than I actually am. It was because I'd look at pictures of myself. My hair was longer. It's kind of like those like illusions where you put a circle on a square, it looks normal. But then when you put the circle on the rectangle, it makes the circle look small. Yeah. In reality, it's the same size circle. So I felt that about my head on my hair. And I was like, oh, now my head's too small for my big body. And so I kept it chopped. And that's why I would cut it, because I thought it made me look bigger. And I'm like, that's so weird. Like, why did I think that? And I was like, it's an illusion. It's like, and I thought it made me look smaller because I thought I was bigger than I was. And then, like, I do now look back, I'm like, I liked the short hair, and now it's not for, like, a self-image thing. Like, obviously, I mean, it is, but, like, just, it looked nice. But it has nothing to do with my weight.
Right.
But that was crazy. A weird play I had of, like, I'm chopping it because it makes me look big. Like, it's crazy.
Because your hair long made you look.
Yes, I thought it made the hair, or my head and body, like...
disproportionate? Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I always think long hair makes people look slimmer.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I thought it made me look bigger. So it's very interesting.
I went pixie cut because of
Yeah.
this.
I think for me though, when things got better was when I like started doing discipleship classes.
Yeah.
And understanding, someone had said like, when you hate, like we're created by God, we're God's creation. And all the verses of like, we're knitted in the womb.
Yep.
He knows the very number of hairs on your head, all those little details that he knows about us. And like, you have to think like he's the artist, we're the artwork. And when you say we hate something about ourselves, we're saying like God didn't do good enough.
Yeah.
And we're like, he is perfect. So why would we discredit his perfection?
Yeah.
And so I think when I started like getting into the mindset of it's nothing to do with me as much as I think it is, because it's not about me. It's like these are things that like I can't control. I'm like, and there's purpose to everything that he created in me or on me. And starting to accept like he has created such beauty is where I started having that mind shift change. Obviously, there's still the days where like, oh,
yeah,
because there are things though that we do have control over with our body, because where we need to treat our body as a temple. But then there's like the little details, like, oh, I don't like my nose. Like if it was like those things where it's just like, but he created this nose, and so
like I have these wrinkles right here, but then I've noticed I do this a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah, there's definitely things like we do have control over on our bodies, but like hating the little details of like how tall I am or how short we are and stuff. It's like we were created by the Lord, and the Lord is perfect. Like he's perfect and his creation is good and perfect and beautiful. But here I am saying it's not. It's like, oh.
I think that's hard to accept though. Like when, for me, definitely like with my abdomen and everything, like accepting that is how I was created. And then I look at someone else that has like 5 kids, and then they're like no stretch marks and like flat stuff, and I'm just like what the heck? Like why did you get that?
Yeah.
And I got this. But then I was like reminded, I'm like, oh, because you probably would be a little bit more extra than what you already are, Ashley. If
you're a little humble.
Yeah. God's like, you need to calm down.
Yeah. There was something like too growing up. I always had wider hips than most people.
Yeah.
And it killed me. And I still like struggle a little bit with like my thighs. Like I just have thicker thighs. I have wider hips. And then someone told me, oh, well, like that's actually a blessing, because if you have wider hips, you're more prepared for childbirth. And I was like, what?
I don't think that's a thing.
Well, because like
maybe
if your like pelvis is too narrow, some people just physically cannot give birth through the canal, and they have to like
C-section.
for other reasons I'll do a C-section now. But at the time, like I started to like really hate my hips and my thighs and stuff. And then someone was talking about like God's design for women, and like how like just naturally women have wider hips than men, but it's for the function of having children. Right. And so I'm like, oh, well, I want to be a mom. I want to have kids. So I'm like, oh, I'm grateful I have wider hips. And I told my sister that too, because she's now noticing her hips are getting wider. And my older sister too, when she hit puberty, all of us, we all just got like really wide hips. And, but my younger sister was like starting to freak out about it. And we all got like, because of our growth spurts, got crazy stretch marks on our thighs. And obviously at first I was embarrassed of them because they were like purple, man. It was because it was so intense. Yeah. Like there was no, and then now I'm like, they're just like blending with my skin. Yeah. So I told my sister, I'm like, they're going to look crazy right now. I'm like, you're going to get older and not even notice them. Yeah. And obviously like, I know I have still some purple ones from birth, and it kind of sucks, but I'm just like, that's just like, reality. And I heard someone say like with C-sections, like it's a love scar. And it sucks because it's like still that mental of like, oh, but I don't want that on me.
Right. You're like, I want to look like everybody else.
Yeah. But then I think just reminding ourselves to, and it's one of those things, like you said, it's still hard to accept, but like kind of switching your mind and understanding of the things of like seeing these things on my body and what I've endured is like a reminder of like the work it took to be able to have the blessings in our lives.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you think of like Jesus and all the lashes and the holes, the nails and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, these are reminders of like the goodness and what we have. It's not to like freak us out and like tear us down, but it's hard because of what society and culture says we need to look perfect.
Yeah.
And while that's definitely changing, now it's like, accept yourself, love yourself. And then it's being taken to another extreme.
But I think the accept yourself, love yourself is not what people are saying. Cause I see it on social media. It's like, accept yourself, but only accept yourself if you're in this category.
For sure. It's like taken to the wrong.
Yeah.
Like there's still, exceptions. There's still like exceptions on that. But it's just, I think for me, it's just all been like a reminder of like, okay, why do I have this? And just understanding the root of it doesn't mean like it goes away.
Yeah.
Like it's still going to happen.
Do you feel like it has like played a part in your confidence as a woman and even like with your intimacy with your husband? Like, do you feel like your body, like your body changing, like has played a huge role in like being intimate?
Yeah, I would say, I think it was hard. Is this like that fresh postpartum days?
Mm-hmm.
Just like, oh, I don't want to change in front of you right now.
Right.
Or don't look, or like just like with the belly just being all like saggy. And I mean, the upper half, husband's like, whoa.
Right.
So, because for me, I've always had a smaller chest. Yeah. So when I have a baby, it gets a little bigger. I mean, it doesn't get that much bigger. I'm going to be honest. Like I went from like an A cup to maybe a C cup.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing crazy, but it's still, for me, it's pretty large. And so, but there are times where I'm like, oh, like, I don't want you to see me like this. And I'm like, what? Like, you watched me give birth. Like, why am I embarrassed?
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, after having kids, it's like, okay, we're going to only have sex in the dark and only have sex this way, because if we do it this way, then like my boobs would like sag down and then I don't want you to see that, you know, it's like stuff like that. So it's kind of definitely played a role in our intimacy in that respect. But yeah, I think my biggest thing for me is definitely like my stomach. Even now, like, I kind of cringe if he like even holds me, and he's never like pointed anything out. He's never said, oh, you've gained weight, or oh, you've done this, or anything like that. He's always loved and accept wherever I'm at or whoever. Yeah. It's just, for me, I'm like, oh, I wish I could. I guess for me, it's like, oh, I wish I could be better. Yeah. Like, I wish I didn't have this so you wouldn't have to deal
just
with
accept it.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of where I was at. I'm getting a little bit better. It's still kind of iffy here and there, but he works around my mental. Yeah. The way that I see myself.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I get that. I feel like sometimes I'm like, well, I wish it wasn't something they just had to accept. It was just like, I could be better. So then it was just like, oh, this is great. But I do appreciate there's not like ever comments about me needing to be better. Like, and it's not out of appearance. Like, whenever he's told me like, you should work out, like, it's never out of like, because I don't look great. Yeah. It's just like, because I don't work out. And, you know, it's not gotten any better. Like I was saying, we got all this stuff and I don't do it. And I think what really started like my lack of motivation, because before I got pregnant, when we lived at our apartment, we had a free gym membership like at our apartment gym, and it was pretty nice. Like, and I would be there. There was 2 weeks straight. I was there every morning. I'd go before class when I was in nursing school, and it was great. And but then I got pregnant, and just like I had terrible morning sickness, so it was just like lack of, you know, wanting to do anything because I'm just like exhausted, and then the lack of sleep and stuff, lack of energy, all those things. But then like as I was going to my appointments, they're like, okay, make sure you don't work out. Like, you can work out, but don't work out more than you did before. Well, I didn't work out at all, really. So like, does that mean I can't work out? I'm like, obviously that's not the case. I need to be moving. But I'm like, technically, if I go lift weights right now or go walk on the treadmill, that's more than what I was doing before because I didn't do any of that. Yeah. So like, I'm like, okay, I need to start working out. And then between Azariah and Phoebe, I'm like, okay, I'm going to start working out again. And then got pregnant, and I had that same mindset of like, but I didn't work out before, so I guess I can't work out now. And I know it's wrong. I can still work out. I just need to do it.
I saw this post one time, and it was like this mom and she was working out, and then she was like, "What's your excuse?" And I'm like,
Dang.
"Life." I'm sorry.
Willpower. It's hard. Those are the
is.
kinds of videos. Like I like the ones where it's like divorce is hard, marriage is hard, choose
Yeah.
hard. Like those are encouraging because it's like, okay, whatever decision I make,
It's gonna be hard.
there's gonna be
Yeah.
something I need to work through. But when I see the posts about like, don't make excuses, like you can do it if I can do it and stuff like that, I'm like, that's not encouraging at all.
Yeah.
Some people maybe need that kind of push.
I don't think so. I think it creates this unrealistic expectation,
Yeah.
of course. And then I followed this one mom that was working out, and she had a bunch of like kids and stuff, and she would work out and then she would be like, "Oh, what's your excuse?"
Yeah.
And then I kid you not, like, I don't know, a couple years later, like they had more kids, and then she like fell off the fitness thing. And I'm like, okay, so you just got done shaming everybody
and
like
now
a
you're
year or
not
two
doing
ago,
it.
and then now you're not doing it.
You know, it's funny.
I think the thing is for me,
No,
the
go
thing
on.
is for me is like when I post something about my exercise, it's like it's showing up every day.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sitting there telling you like you have to do it this way or what is your problem that you're not doing it. For me, it's like, you
And
know,
you're showing your
I'm
progress.
I have made it like 20, I think it's 28 weeks, I think, 29 something, because I am choosing whether it's a walk and it's hard. Like I don't want to do it every day.
Yeah.
Just because of some other issues that I have.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sorry. You're fine. I was going to say it's funny. So there's two people I've referenced before on this podcast. This Golden Hour and then Milena Ciciotti, I think is how you say it.
Okay.
They're both Christian moms.
You know what? I think we should start posting the links.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend
Yeah.
these people because one of them's like lives on a homestead farming kind of
Yeah.
life and stuff. And a lot of her videos, like cooking videos, I love her stuff. And then the other one is just super biblical based parenting, kingdom mindset parenting.
Yeah.
Wow, that made no sense. And then marriage and stuff and what it's like to be a wife and just helping us like understand. And it's always backed up biblically.
Yeah.
And it's not out of expectation you need to meet these things. It's like if you're seriously wanting to have like just the convictions of the Lord on your heart all the time and you want to live better, like she gives such good like biblical advice on just like if you're struggling in this area with your husband, instead of nagging, pray for him. Like the things I've said before, it's like a lot of the stuff where it's just that mindset change. And because we're always like I, me,
Yeah.
and we're never like, but when it comes to like problems, it's you.
Right.
And so it's just understanding like the scripture of like, before you point out the speck in someone's eye, like remove the log from yours. And so she really like takes that to heart. And so I love it. Anyway, they both have posted like day in the life of a mom of 5. And it's so funny because they're all about like what makes sense for my family. And they both have done it in both videos I saw. The one with who lives on the farm, she wears nightgowns to bed. She just gets up and she's like, I just like to do some like Zumba, and shows her in her
Zumba.
like her nightgown.
Yeah.
And her kids are all doing it with her. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so fun. And it was just like the reality of like, she doesn't get her cute workout clothes on.
Right.
She just does what she can. She's like, I don't want to go through the effort of changing my outfit just to do a workout and then go change. She's just like, I'll just keep my nightie on and then I'll throw it in the wash and change my clothes.
Yeah.
And then same with the other mom. She's like, oh, that's too much work. Like, I'm sorry. She's like, I'm just going to wear a dress. Like, she only wears dresses and skirts. And that was a personal conviction of just like her modesty walk. And because she used to wear like super cute, trendy outfits. And then you can just see the transformation of just her personal conviction of what she's wearing. And she's just like, no, I just wear a dress when I work out. She's like, honestly, it's really nice because you got all this like air. And she's like walking on the treadmill in her dress. And it's just funny to me because I'm like, man, it's crazy because all the videos we usually see, it's like getting their cute workout set on, putting their hair up all cute. Like this girl rolls out of bed, she puts a robe on over her dress and just walks the treadmill and boots, like because she had to walk out to her garage.
Some like mud boots.
And she lives on a farm kind of. Yeah. And I'm just like, this is legit. Because I'm like, it's just like what works for you. Like it doesn't have to make sense. And so sometimes I'm like, maybe I just need to do that. Don't even think about putting on the cute workout attire. Just wear what I'm wearing.
I think it goes back to the aesthetics over functionality type thing, or functionality over aesthetics.
Yeah. And then they're used to wearing dresses.
Yeah.
Like,
Why not?
why not? And so it's just cute because I'm just like, man, you both just like roll out of bed, do what makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't overcomplicate it.
It's true. I don't overcomplicate. I'm not gonna lie. I will wear the same sports bra probably a couple times. Do a workout.
Oh, I don't know. I can't say workout because I don't work out, but I'll definitely wear the same like bra all week.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My bras have cycles.
Yeah.
I bought enough to where it's like, okay, I'll wear this one like a couple days, and then I'll wear this one a couple of days, and then by the time I get back to that one, it's been sitting long enough. Like we're still good to go.
It's funny because like there's definitely some shirts that require certain bras for me.
Yeah.
So depending
Yeah.
on what I'm wearing, but for the most part, it's almost like our like hormonal cycle, like where certain bras just make me feel comfortable.
Oh.
And so like
yeah.
there's one I'll wear like all week because it just makes me feel comfortable that week. And then the next week I'm like, oh, I forgot this one was so
Yeah.
comfy. And I don't know if it has anything to do with my cycle.
It probably does. Because I mean, you like swell.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call that? Bloat.
Yeah.
Swell.
Swell.
You swell up.
Yeah. But anyway, just it comes down to like, I know it's like a lot of mental over physical.
For sure.
And it's not something that's gonna like perfect overnight or like get better overnight. But
No, I mean, and I think we have covered this in another topic, but find your village.
yeah, especially if you're struggling with this stuff in secret and you want it to get better, like nothing's gonna get better. And if there's like a genuine like health concern,
You need to
you're
reach
just, like,
out.
you need to reach out to someone to get help because it's not healthy. Or if you know somebody where there's like really questionable signs, like you gotta like talk to them.
Yeah. You've got to not be afraid to have those hard conversations. I wish somebody would have had the hard conversation with me when I was like 90 pounds.
Yeah.
But I feel like my family, maybe they've wanted to say something, but they never.
Like, were they scared to like hurt your feelings?
I don't
or
know
bring
if they
it
were
up?
scared to hurt my feelings, but they just never really said anything at that point. And I kind of wish they would have, because I think it would have like, because that went on for a couple years.
That's crazy.
So
Wow.
don't like hesitate to reach out to someone. If you notice that they're losing weight really quickly or something, just be like, hey, like, I noticed that you're losing weight pretty fast. Just wondering, like, are you okay? Or even just
Is
like
this intentional?
Yeah.
And is it intentional for the right reasons?
Right. And then I think a big misconception too is like larger people, I'm just going to say it, larger people have body image issues. And they look at smaller people and they're like, oh, what do you have to? And I think that's another big misconception is like smaller people have issues as well.
Yeah. It goes
It's
like back
not-
to what I was saying my sisters would complain and stuff like that. And like, obviously it's still like a good reminder to realize where you are, but it's still a real feeling you're like, having. It doesn't matter how small or how big, like it's there.
And I don't think like, and this is what I've come to like, it's taking me a while, but like even if you're wearing like an outfit, so if someone is like, they're in their like workout pants and they're in like this like cute little tank top thing and their midriff is showing, but they're like, they're feeling good that day. Like give it to them. Let them have it. Like don't like sit there and like snicker or body shame or anything like that, because I think that it just creates this whole, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
That is the problem. It just creates this whole unrealistic expectation that you have to be a certain size or you have to be a certain way or you have to be a certain like muscle mass or whatever it is. Like, no, if they're like wearing something, they're feeling it today. Give it to them.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, you look great. Keep going, girl.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No need for the comments.
No.
Yeah. Unless it's, like we said, like if there's something that's genuine of concern, like you were talking about, like where you weren't eating, you were making yourself throw up, like that's when you need to step up.
Yeah.
Don't, oh, your outfit doesn't fit you right. Like that's not helpful.
No. And definitely like, even when people are like, oh, that shirt's a little big on you, that
it's
isn't
not gonna do anything that's
it doesn't do
productive.
No. So be a little bit more cautious with your words, I think. Definitely find your village.
Yeah. That's important. Like you should never struggle alone.
No.
because like I said, like you can't get any better. I've said this before, like there's power in prayer, especially in numbers.
Yeah.
And instead of just like me saying, oh, pray about it, like get someone to help you pray for it. Get the right prayer needs addressed. And then there's some people who just know exactly what to pray for. And you might not even realize like, oh, I should be praying for this thing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there's prayer, and then there's also still practical things that need to be done as well.
Yeah.
And so,
For sure. Yeah, but I mean, I think we said it earlier. If there's something really going on, like you need to seek professional help. Like don't hide it.
yeah.
And it's an ongoing thing. Like for me, I still struggle. For Maddie, she doesn't struggle so much. I don't think you said with body dysmorphia.
Yeah, not with that specifically. There's just like, there's good days, there's bad days. And
I think that's the same with just being a mother, wife in general. There's good days, there's bad days. But anyway, so yeah, reach out and comment.
Yeah, comment if there's anything that, like we said, that resonated with you, or if you have any tips of like if you've really struggled with like specific maybe eating disorders or even
Body dysmorphia.
Yeah, stuff like that.
anything.
Like comment like things that helped you get through it.
Yeah.
And then if there's still like specific prayer points you need or just advice, like comment that too. And if someone comments something and you know exactly what to say, comment to them.
Yeah. Let's just keep it positive.
Yeah.
Like I don't want these comments to be like negative. I mean, if you don't like what we're saying and you're gonna say I don't like what you're saying, then whatever. That's for you. But I will delete if I find a comment unproductive on someone's thing. I will delete it because that's not okay.
Yeah, we want it to be a positive atmosphere.
Yeah,
and so comment down below, like this video, subscribe,
share,
send this to someone you know who's struggling with something. And if this will help them.
Yeah, and just be authentic.
All
right.
So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.